as you may know, the H1000 is getting hard to find. So, for an alternative, I'm trying the Ramshot Magnum, which in the magazines it's showing that it is equal to H1000 or pretty close. I took my 7mm 300 Norma out to the shooting range to try to find the best load of ram shot. And to my surprise, they all shot very nice. I shot 5 3-shot groups, all with different powder levels. I started at 78 grains, worked my way clear up to 80 grains, and the worst of the groups was 3/4 of an inch at 100 yards, and the best was 3/8 of an inch. And the 3/8 of an inch was 80 grains with an average speed of 3,289 feet per second. So I was talking to my buddy about it, what I had found, and he asked me how temperature sensitive was the ram shot. And this I don't know. So is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 rounds of each powder. I'm going to put them in the freezer, and I'm going to take them to the range after a couple days of being in the freezer, or at least a day, and see how they shoot. I'll shoot 3 normal temperature rounds with the temperature it is outside, and then I will shoot the 3 frozen rounds, and we'll see how the cold affects each one of these powders. Now the H1000 is an extreme powder, it says so right here on the bottle, and supposedly that's to help with temperature sensitivity. So we're going to see. Now, I put a blue dot on the primers of the H1000 loads, so I'll be able to tell the difference of them. So I'm going to go put these in the freezer right now, and I'll be back, and we will go to the range, and we'll see how they do. Alright, I'm going to do a bit of a voiceover here. The wind was blowing just enough under that roof that the camera noise was horrible. But I brought the rounds out of the freezer. I brought them in a cooler so they wouldn't get warm, obviously. I set up my crony because if there's any major speed difference in these rounds, I want to know it. I set my GoPro down at the target so I could watch this in real time. And I'm going to shoot the H1000 first, the cold rounds, followed by the Ramshot cold rounds, followed by the H1000 warm rounds, followed by the Ramshot warm rounds. So let's get to it. Well, that last round was 3,100. The other 2 were 3070 of the H1000. Now let's shoot the Ramshot. Alright, well, that was the Ramshot. They all shot pretty close. The group was a little more spread out, but my average feet per second was 3,040, and my average feet per second on the H1000 was 3,080, and those were both the cold rounds. So I'll get the warm rounds and we'll shoot those and see how they do. I got the blue dot right there on the primer of the H1000. So let's get to it. Well, I'd say it's pretty comparable. The normal temp rounds of the H1000, I think, did worse than the cold rounds. The Ramshot, the colder rounds, held about a 3/4 MOA. And the warm rounds of the Ramshot, I'll have to watch the video, but I would, they almost look like they shot through the same hole. So, there you have it. Not a huge difference. I would say the Ramshot Magnum is a real good alternative to H1000 if you can't find it. Either one of these loads is easily a 1,000-yard load. Easily. So, thanks for watching.